Hello friends, so this month I'm not going to be doing a live video. Instead, I'm going to try and record and put out a recorded video for you. So this month what I'm doing is I'm working on finishing a neck design that I had done way back last year, and I had paused it for because other projects had come up. So this month I'm working on that and finishing it. So let's take a look. So this is the design this is the paper version of the design. You can see it's a neck piece with all heart motifs all around, and somewhat like a sweetheart neck design. In this part that you see, this was incomplete, so I had only this much. I had done only this much in the first version of the design, and then after working it on the cloth, I found that this somehow felt empty, and also this neckline became too deep. So I tried experimenting with doing some kind of block printing to fill that space, but I couldn't find a block that will, integrate with the design. So you can see in my experiment with the block print here. But anyway, so I've given up that experiment, and I decided to fill the space with the motif itself and bring the neckline inward by this thing. So that is how it looks, and I've added two heart shapes and this basic stitch in a curved thing. So how you do that is you draw whatever curve you want to cover. You first draw the curve. I'll try to zoom in. So here you can see the mild curved line that I first drew as a guide, and then on top of that you go and make your diamonds with the diamond row on top alternatively. So this is on this side. Let me move, and here it is. This is the other symmetrical thing on the other side, and we have this again same thing. You draw this curved line as a guide baseline, and on top of that you make your diamonds. So that's how I've designed this. Now to transfer this, I am going to copy it into the tracing paper sheet. So that let me show you that. So this is my tracing paper sheet, in which I already had the neck design done. So for this I use this thick tracing sheet, and I use as permanent marker this one by brand Luxor OHP CD DVD writing pen. So it has a very nice fine tip. So it has a fine tip, and you can do your designs with reasonable clarity. So what you have to do is set your tracing paper on your design on your white paper and align the thing. Now if you're starting afresh, if it's a fresh tracing paper, then you don't have to worry about alignment. You just fix up the tracing paper to cover up your design. Use these pins, and trace the design on top. So you can use these kinds of pins. These are available in sewing accessories shop. So you fix the tracing paper and the white paper with this pin so that it doesn't move, and then you do trace out the entire design. So this is how I have done it. So I have traced out the design. You can see this overlapping line here. This was the original neckline. I shifted it a little bit to accommodate this pattern here. Now I'll show you the fabric on which I've already worked the base neck design, and you will understand why I am doing this. So here is the motif design. I'm trying to zoom out to show you how it looks. So as you can see, this neckline is very deep, and I'm making this for myself, so my preference is I don't prefer very deep necklines. So now I will transfer this design onto this. So this is how it's typically done, where you position it like this. So it will come in this much. The neckline will come in this much. So that's where this project stands. I will transfer the design onto the cloth. So how to transfer it, I will show you that also. I'll give brief details about how I am going to transfer this into the cloth. Now because this is already worked upon fabric, I already have one thing that I've already finished the embroidery. So you have to for such cases you have to take a lot of care in positioning your improvement design properly, so you don't mess up your overall alignment and things like that. But if you're doing this fresh and if there's nothing on fabric, then you only mainly have to take care of the positioning, overall positioning in the fabric. Like if you're doing a neck design, it should be like on one side of the cloth and things like that. That's the broad thing that you have to take care of. So what you do is you put pins and fix this paper here. And now because this is, again as I said, it's an improvement to an existing design, so it's enough if I fix it like this. And on this side I have it open. See here, it's open. So for actually transferring the design, I'm going to use this carbon sheet. It's a regular carbon sheet used for typewriting and for writing. Although nowadays with computers this has very little actual value, people don't use this for writing as such. So this is a regular carbon sheet. So I'm going to insert it under this, in between the cloth and this paper. I'll come back. So this is how I have fixed it up. You can see here I have put one pin, another pin here, another pin here. So when you fix up these pins and this carbon sheet, you have to be very careful not to disturb the paper. So otherwise your alignment will go bad. So that is very important. And for transferring the design, you have to etch on this. So basically you have to put pressure on this design and the carbon will transfer it to the cloth. And for that you can use any ballpoint pen that doesn't work or that doesn't write, or you can use a pencil to draw. Or you have to basically draw on top of this all over again. You can do that, but I've been doing a lot of these designs lately. For a long time I didn't use any tools like this. Recently I picked up these tools because I want to do this regularly. So this is like an etching pen. This is for actually embossing purpose. This is not sold for embroidery design purpose. It's actually an embossing tool, but I use it for this. So I'm going to do like this. So this is how you have to basically draw all over on this design again, and the design will get transferred onto your cloth. So I am done etching the design. So let's take it out and see how it has come. I'm going to leave these here so that in case I have to redo anything, I don't have to worry about positioning again. So for checking, I'm going to only open it like this, like a suitcase. And oh my god, whoa, wow. So see, that is how you have the design imprint. This is only one method. People who do this professionally on a large scale, they use a different method, but I will discuss that in a different video. So this is how the design is transferred. Now you can work on this and finish the pattern. that's how you also, so in this video we've actually covered two things. One is I've shared what I'm working on. Another thing is I've also shared with you how to transfer a design, like when it's especially complicated, how to transfer the design onto your fabric. So yeah, I hope this was useful to all of you. Thank you.